The Never-Ending Story's original childlike empress weighs in on plans for a series reboot. Based on the 1979 fantasy novel by German author Michael Ende, 1984's The Never-Ending Story would originally only receive modest box office success in the US, despite a strong reception from critics. It eventually became a much-beloved cult classic. Spawning 2 sequels and a short-lived television series, plans for a fresh reboot were first announced as far back as 2009. Despite rights issues causing those plans to fall through, a new series of live-action films was eventually announced to be in development earlier this year. Speaking with The Hollywood Reporter for The Never-Ending Story's 40th anniversary, Tammy Stronach, who played the childlike empress in the franchise's first movie, revealed her own enthusiasm for plans to reboot the property. Admitting that while many fans believe no one should attempt to recreate the original film, she does not necessarily agree. Instead, she believes that retelling existing stories is a natural way to inspire creativity. Check out her comments below. Will the Never-Ending Story reboot succeed where so many others have failed? The franchise has already seen one failed reboot attempt. At its heart, popular culture is largely an industry driven by the lure of nostalgia, and Hollywood's ongoing preoccupation with reboots, revivals, and legacy sequels stems from the attraction of returning to the beloved stories of years gone by. While some franchise reboots and revivals do succeed in recapturing the appeal of the originals, a long succession of lackluster reboot attempts have taught audiences to become increasingly wary of such plans. Moreover, it is a problem that the Never-Ending Story franchise has already faced once before. Following 1994's disastrous The Never-Ending Story 3: Escape from Fantasia, the property was originally rebooted via a 2001 television series dubbed Tales from the Never-Ending Story. Making significant departures from Ende's original book, the show would go so far as to show events out of order and even swap various plot points, such as bringing Atreyu into Bastion's world rather than having Bastion enter Fantasia. Moreover, for the show's US release, its original 13 episodes were recut into 4 two-hour television movies, further diluting its intended story. Thankfully, however, it has been announced that the new Never-Ending Story reboot will seek to return more closely to the original source material, and such an approach may avoid the pitfalls already faced by both the franchise's last sequel and the television adaptation. If any tale is deserving of a well-told reboot, it would be The Never-Ending Story, and hopefully its latest incarnation will succeed in introducing Fantasia to a whole new generation of fans.